Breaking innovation called electric.
This battery has been locally made using our own brains.
Hey. This is one of the beneficiaries of the Presidential Innovation Challenge in the world.
We have people who've helped us collect sign language data. In-house, we are a team of 9.
How did you know that?
Institutions to do large-scale cooking for institutions. And so we... yes. So these are the kinds of units.
FA has extensive knowledge in working with smallholder farmers, and through this unique
some of the products we are doing, leather technology is one area that is in terms of capacity building, especially on quality delivery. Correct. Yeah, quality products will create.
You can get a lot more value out of it.
Yeah.
So you're in
use of this is waterproof as well.
Who, through the school engagement, has been able to go through the system, gone to university.
So cook directly from the solar. So the idea is that we want to target mama mbogas so that...
electrical engineering. So we want to get to the medical space, and the two gaps that we are looking at is, number one is low-cost phototherapy machine and other pressure machines for babies. And then the number two is capacity development, so that we are able to maintain and repair these machines locally. And so
for it, we have patented this, and it can be used to add value. And this is brought in terms of capacity building, especially on quality delivery program on the microchip. Yes. And with the FabRab and Your Excellency, we would like to invite you to
the ball on the chip technology, on the chips issue.
Yeah.
Because this here, the size can replace a Boeing 747 jet engine. So with this size alone, you can achieve the same output capacity. Yes, it is, because it's just a frequency-dependent device, meaning so long as the switching elements are fast enough, you can go as high as possible in terms of power. But this also is not just an innovation itself, Mr. President. This is a message to the world.
Critical challenges that are affecting our agricultural sector, that is soil.
As we've identified partners that we can work with on different elements, graduated 14 vice chancellors who went through a 6-month youth, students, and researchers who have amazing solutions. Look at the universities and research centers and found amazing ideas, and some of them we've seen them have to invest in the research outputs to generate great ideas. Your Excellency, that we actually gave the awards at the State House, and some of the beneficiaries are in the room, innovation clusters that will generate jobs across the country in an accelerated way. I may not need to list them now, but is innovation. Why did we have to put a master plan? It's because we just wanted to direct an agency, and what I'm going to do today is to give you a sense of some of the moving the skill sets that people need for innovation. Secondly is
Tony Omwansa to make his welcoming remarks. Why don't we encourage followers? So I believe what we have here are leaders. To start us off,
yourself into a network. We are stronger together. We compete as institutions. That's operation hubs that have also emerged from partners and local county governments. $10 million, and in the longer term, 3-4 years down the road, to have $100 million. And now those are just but examples, and we've got several initiatives that we've worked on, and they've generated significant results. 2024, and Kenya leads. And from my standpoint, this is an opportunity. And so we've piloted this initiative with universities. And we're on our way to TVETs. We're on our range of indicators we look at, whether it's leadership, governance, funding, culture, imported across the country. We also want to strengthen our entrepreneurial leadership.
And necessity is the mother of invention. And that is why there's more meaningful innovation coming out of the continent. The potential is great. In 2050, which is just 25 years from now, after the end of this year, they didn't get right. But also to use the aged young people with ideas, but nowhere to take those ideas, and they're jobless out there. And there are 2 pieces of legislation I am proud of. One went through, one didn't go through.
Every day, we must confront the stark fact that unemployment remains a pressing issue in Kenya and in many African countries. The shape of the crisis is undeniably here, with between 500,000 and 800,000 young people entering the job market every year. Creating sustainable enterprises which can generate quality jobs is therefore a very critical imperative. Innovation can no longer be a discretionary consideration. Rather, it is now an indispensable component of efforts to promote inclusive growth and uplift the well-being of the majority of our citizens. It is through initiatives like the Silicon Savannah and Kenya Innovation Week that we refocus our dedication to leverage technology and innovation to create opportunities, bridge the yawning gap of economic inequality, and drive our nations to prosperity. The theme of this forum resonates strongly with the radical vision of the Africa Continental Free Trade Area as a transformative framework aimed at increasing Africa's incomes by $450 billion by 2035 and boosting inter-Africa trade by over 81%. Through active promotion of collaborations and the facilitation of idea exchange, Kenya is making a significant contribution to Africa's economic transformation. Over the past year, Kenya has made remarkable progress in implementing the 10-year Innovation Master Plan, as was presented to us by Mr. Omwanza there. Initiatives like the Research to Commercialization Accelerator have supported 18 enterprises and raised over 100 million Kenyan shillings. Likewise, the Kenya Network of Entrepreneurial Institutions has empowered university leaders to drive entrepreneurial transformation. These are remarkable milestones which highlight the strength of our innovation ecosystem in delivering tangible results. Our commitment to collaboration at the Pan-African and international level is also evident in such initiatives as the Kenya-India Innovation Nexus and the Africa Innovation Agencies Network. These are partnerships dedicated to unlocking markets and ensuring that appropriate and transformative African solutions are deployed to address African challenges and provide global solutions. Accordingly, Kenya is proud of its leading role in positively defining the continent's future.
We cannot reinvent the wheel. The countries that have made it because of experimenting. We've seen very many beautiful innovations there, Excellency. And you kept asking the same question. How do we take it up? How do we scale it up? The countries that made it in the Industrial Revolution did not perfect before they produced. They produced and perfected while producing. We must move all these ideas into production and have practical experience as we fix the wings as we fly, Your Excellency. Finally, what we intended to do, which I think is a very novel idea that the government should think about, Your Excellency, is to set up a virtual special economic zone for these scalable startups that you define from wherever they are. If they meet the threshold, that then they can create this kind of employment, they can be able to grow once supported, and once they attract that funding, you cannot put them in a physical economic zone. The day of physical economic zones is waning, it's coming to a close. But there's a young person in his bedroom in Thika with a great innovation. There's another boy in Mukuru. There's somebody in Eldoret. A virtual SEZ, Your Excellency, will rapidly change this ecosystem for the benefit of technology. So just allow me to congratulate Waziri Murkomen and the team in the ministry. We're very happy. I think since you got into the ministry, we've seen the energy and the vibrance. I don't know whether it is because you're a former senator or because you're young, but one of the two. You're doing an amazing job in that space. Please count on us. I think the connection that is left is with the county governments. A lot of the innovations you've showcased there were the customers. You've shown us solutions in our markets, which we're solarizing. If you can help our mothers and sisters and men be able to use that for clean cooking. I've seen an innovation on a boiler that is driven by solar. Today, Your Excellency, the young people of Nairobi are very happy through the innovation. This technology, NFC device, tapped to it, is feeding 316,000 children every day in our primary schools in Nairobi. That is technology that is homegrown, home-built, and practical. So let's move to that level together. Your Excellency, without further ado, and I'm very proud as the governor of Nairobi, the capital of Africa's Silicon Savannah, to host this Innovation Week.
Because I have also seen how this can also assist us in dealing with the challenge of unemployment, because it is easy for us to glorify unemployment. It is easy for leaders to stand on podia and talk about our unemployment numbers. But it takes concrete decisions and policy frameworks to create jobs. It is the reason why we have taken deliberate, intentional decisions on how we are going to create jobs, whether it is in our housing plan, whether it is in our digital jobs plan, whether it is in our export labor plan, whether it is in our special economic zone and county integration and industrial parks plan in manufacturing. And now, in this space of innovation and startups and research, we will expand opportunities in this space. It therefore becomes necessary for us to do an additional two very important things: to provide a sustainable budget for this institution. And I'm happy we have Chair Alice Nganga. Please, going into the future, we must have a clear, determinate budget. And I'm going to be proposing to Parliament 500 million for Kenya Innovation Agency and $1 billion shillings for startup fund, so that we can be able to provide the resources to de-risk some of the venture capital that is coming into Kenya. My commitment to this endeavor from the first time I attended the Innovation Week in 2022, immediately I took over office, I can see with clarity where this is going. And I want to confirm that the government of Kenya will continuously support innovation. When I came into office, the agency had a budget of 18 million. In our second year, I think we moved the budget to 120 million. This year, government has supported the agency with 200 million. Because of the centrality and the importance of innovation and the opportunities it can create and the leverage it can bring into startup resources and venture capital, that Kenya is now a leading destination for global venture capital. It is important that we harness the opportunity in this space as part of our plan of making sure that we create adequate, high-quality jobs for the young people of our nation. And therefore, because of the cross-cutting nature of innovation across different fields, in agriculture, in technology, in health, and the necessity to harness university education, TVET colleges, and all the education sectors into assisting and providing momentum for us to innovate, scale up the ideas that come, making sure that we commercialize either research from our university institutions or commercialize ideas from our innovators and take them to the next level. It becomes necessary that this agency moves to a central place where we can harness all these opportunities and assist in creating the momentum for job creation. I therefore instruct that the Kenya Innovation Agency moves to the office of the President. At the moment, we are unable to move as many ideas into commercialization. because of the limited resources that are available in that space. I know we are using the competition around the presidential challenge to support startups, but I think we should be able to move more ideas into practical, because they offer practical solutions to some of the challenges that we have, whether it is in matters health, whether it is in matters agriculture, or in matters security. We should be able to move more of those ideas. And the wealth of knowledge, creativity, and innovation in the young people of Kenya is demonstrable. If you go out here and you see what they are doing from TVETs, from universities, from different other institutions, it is clear that we have a wealth of talent. And because the future is going to be tech, and the future is going to be urban, and the future is going to be technology-led, it is an appropriate place for us to invest now. I've just got a report that 3 Kenyan university students from Masinde Muliro who have participated and won awards in the Intercontinental High Technology Innovation Championships at St. Petersburg in Russia. And the awards they won are global awards, demonstrating that we have what it takes. I must commend Masinde Muliro for this achievement. Congratulations. And I'm told they won awards in the medical digital transfer technology field, an innovation in engineering technology, and one in network systems, in network and systems administration. This is just a glimpse of the wealth and the pool of creativity and innovation that is available coming from our university. And therefore, it becomes necessary that we nurture and we build an ecosystem that supports this. And it is the reason why I have been following this innovation space very keenly from 2022. At the moment, we are unable to move as many ideas into commercialization because of the limited resources that are available in that space. I know we are using the competition around the presidential challenge to support startups, but I think we should be able to move more ideas into practical, because they offer practical solutions to some of the challenges that we have, whether it is in matters health, whether it is in matters agriculture, or in matters security. We should be able to move more of those ideas. And the wealth of knowledge, creativity, and innovation in the young people of Kenya is demonstrable. If you go out here and you see what they are doing from TVETs, from universities, from different other institutions, it is clear that we have a wealth of talent. And because the future is going to be tech, and the future is going to be urban, and the future is going to be technology-led, it is an appropriate place for us to invest now.
Your Excellency, we all know that tangible property is limited, but intangible property, and in this case intellectual property, is unlimited. And we also know that, like Honorable Sakaja said, the same brain that somebody has in San Francisco is the same brain that a Kenyan has here. What they only need is an opportunity, is to be harnessed, is to be assisted. If you remember, Your Excellency, those of us who went through Science Congress in high school, you know that many young people every year in this country are coming up with different ideas across the country. We also know in the university there are so many young people who are involved in thinking and creating new ideas. Unfortunately, most of these ideas are gathering dust in different libraries in the universities and research offices. And Your Excellency, Innovation Agency is the catalyst. It is the institution that is going to be able to move these research and innovations from shelves, from gathering dust to actually creating jobs and creating wealth for our country. And if we remind ourselves here, some of the richest young people in the world were actually helped, or they were able to harness their ideas when they were in the university. If you think about Mark Zuckerberg, and he came here a few years ago, one of the richest people in the world, at 23, he was already establishing Facebook. All of us are competing. I usually challenge the young people that instead of using Facebook, Twitter, and social media to engage in hatred, to engage in so unnecessary wars and so forth, just think who came up with this idea and how much money is this person making? And what can I do with my idea to use this platform to either market my idea or create something that can compete or is similar to what has been done and become that one richest person in the world? There is an opportunity for us to do so. And to do so, Your Excellency, in my earlier years as a teacher in the university, one of the subjects I really liked is intellectual property. Countries that have actually been able to grow have been proper protectors of intellectual property. Most of this research, if it's not patented, if it's not given trademark, if it's not copyrighted, if it is, we don't give geographical indications, may not have the potential to really attract venture capitalists. And so the best thing we must be able to do, because it's a whole government approach, is to make sure that our intellectual property regime is properly protecting ideas.